Listeners, have you ever gazed up at the night sky and wondered about the stories etched in the constellations? Stories of heroes, monsters, and gods, passed down through generations, whispering secrets of the past. Have you ever felt a shiver down your spine while listening to a chilling tale, sensing a connection to something ancient and primal within you? What if these myths and legends, often dismissed as mere folklore, hold profound truths about the human condition, our fears, our aspirations, and our eternal quest for meaning? As we embark on this journey into the realm of mythical creatures, I invite you to ponder these questions. Let your imagination soar and allow yourself to be transported to a world where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blur. I find it fascinating how these ancient narratives, born from the imaginations of our ancestors, continue to resonate with us today. They serve as a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears and desires, and reminding us that we are all connected by a shared human experience that transcends time and culture. Welcome back, fellow explorers of the unknown, to Stories Philippines podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're delving into the murky depths of mythology and folklore, unearthing tales of enigmatic creatures that have haunted the human psyche for centuries. But we're not just here to tell stories, we're here to dissect them, to analyze them, and to uncover the hidden layers of meaning woven into their intricate tapestry. We'll explore how these creatures, born from the collective imagination of our ancestors, reflect our own anxieties, hopes, and attempts to make sense of the world around us. I believe that myths and legends are more than just entertaining stories. They are powerful tools for understanding the human psyche and the cultural contexts in which they were created. By exploring these narratives, we can gain valuable insights into the beliefs, values, and fears of our ancestors. The Red Dragon of Revelation, a symbol of deception and spiritual warfare. Our journey begins with a creature of immense power and terrifying beauty, the Red Dragon of Revelation. This fearsome beast, with its 7 heads, 10 horns, and a tail that sweeps stars from the sky, has captivated and terrified readers for centuries. But the Red Dragon is more than just a monstrous spectacle. It is a symbol of ultimate evil, often interpreted as the devil himself. This creature embodies the forces of deception and manipulation, seeking to lead humanity astray from the path of righteousness. Red Dragon's tactics seem eerily familiar. We are constantly bombarded with conflicting narratives, making it difficult to discern truth from falsehood. The Red Dragon serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking and the need to be vigilant against those who seek to manipulate us. Historical context and symbolism. To truly understand the significance of the Red Dragon, we must consider the historical context in which the Book of Revelation was written. During the 1st century AD, Christians faced persecution under the Roman Empire. Their faith was seen as a threat to the established order, and they were often subjected to imprisonment, torture, and even death. In this context, the Red Dragon can be seen as a symbol of the oppressive Roman Empire, seeking to crush the burgeoning Christian movement. The dragon's 7 heads may represent the 7 hills of Rome, while the 10 horns could symbolize the 10 emperors who persecuted Christians. The Book of Revelation is a complex and multi-layered text, filled with vivid imagery and symbolism. It is a product of its time, reflecting the anxieties and hopes of early Christians living under Roman rule. Yet, its message of hope and resilience in the face of oppression continues to inspire people across cultures and centuries. Connected legend, the Dragon of Alagon. The motif of the deceitful dragon is not unique to the Bible. In Philippine folklore, we find the legend of the Dragon of Alagon, a serpentine creature said to guard a hidden treasure. This dragon, much like its biblical counterpart, lures treasure hunters with promises of wealth and glory, only to lead them to their doom. Trivia: the legend of the Dragon of Alagon is believed to have originated in the province of Ilocos Norte, where Mount Alagon, the dragon's supposed lair, is located. The Dragon of Alagon serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the seductive power of illusion. It reminds us that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and compassion. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, harbingers of destruction. Our next encounter brings us face to face with the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, iconic figures that have galloped their way into popular culture, leaving a trail of fear and fascination in their wake. These harbingers of doom, unleashed by the breaking of the first 4 seals in the Book of Revelation, represent the calamities that will befall humanity in the end times. But are they literal entities, or are they symbolic representations of human vices and societal forces that lead to destruction? The Four Horsemen have been interpreted in various ways throughout history. Some see them as supernatural beings, while others view them as metaphors for war, famine, pestilence, and death. Regardless of their interpretation, they serve as a powerful reminder of the fragility of human existence and the consequences of our actions. Let's meet these enigmatic riders. Conquest, the White Horse. Often seen as a symbol of victory and triumph, this horseman raises questions about the nature of power. Is it a force for good or evil? Can conquest ever be truly just? Or the Red Horse. This horseman embodies the chaos and destruction inherent in conflict, both external and internal. It represents the wars that rage between nations and the battles we fight within ourselves. Famine, the Black Horse. This horseman symbolizes scarcity and deprivation, not just of food, but also of resources, opportunities, and even love. It reminds us that true sustenance goes beyond material needs and encompasses our spiritual and emotional well-being. Death, the Pale Horse. The only horseman explicitly named in the Bible, death is the ultimate equalizer, reminding us of the impermanence of life. It is followed by Hades, underscoring its connection to the underworld and the finality of our mortal existence. The Four Horsemen have been depicted in countless works of art, literature, and film. One of the most famous depictions is Albrecht Dürer's woodcut, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, created in 1498. Historical parallels. Throughout history, we find events that mirror the calamities represented by the Four Horsemen. The Black Death, which ravaged Europe in the 14th century, brought with it famine, death, and widespread social upheaval. The 2 world wars, with their unprecedented levels of destruction and loss of life, embody the horrors of war and conquest. By examining these historical events through the lens of the Four Horsemen, we can gain a deeper understanding of the cyclical nature of human conflict and the challenges we face in creating a more peaceful and just world. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to follow the Stories Philippines podcast and share it with your friends, family, and colleagues who crave thrilling tales. Our episodes are packed with suspense and excitement that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Sharing our podcast helps us grow and spreads the joy of storytelling to others who enjoy a good thrill. Whether you're commuting, working out, or simply winding down at home, our stories make the perfect companion. And if you or anyone you know has an amazing story to share, we'd love to hear from you. Your personal experiences and unique tales add so much to our community. You can reach out to us through the links in the show notes. We can't wait to hear from you and possibly feature your story in an upcoming episode. Thank you for being a part of our storytelling journey. And now, back to the show. Cherubim, the guardians of the sacred. Our journey now takes us to the realm of celestial beings, where we encounter the cherubim, often depicted as adorable, winged babies. However, their biblical descriptions paint a far more awe-inspiring picture. These powerful guardians, tasked with protecting sacred places like the Ark of the Covenant, possess a unique four-part nature, combining the features of a human, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. This composite imagery reflects the complexity of ancient symbolism and the fusion of different cultural influences. The cherubim's multifaceted nature symbolizes the diverse aspects of creation and the interconnectedness of all living things. They represent the harmony between the human, the animal, and the divine, reminding us of our place within the grand tapestry of existence. Connected legend. The Guardians of Banaue Way. In Filipino mythology, we find parallels to the cherubim in the form of guardian spirits that protect sacred sites. The Ifugao people, for instance, believe that the Banaue Rice Terraces, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, are protected by ancestral spirits. These guardians ensure the fertility of the land and the prosperity of the community. The Banaue Rice Terraces, carved into the mountains of Ifugao over 2,000 years ago, are a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Filipino people. They are often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world. The belief in guardian spirits reflects a deep respect for nature and a recognition of the interconnectedness between the human and the spiritual realms. It highlights the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and protecting the environment for future generations. The enigmatic Nephilim, giants among men. Our next encounter brings us face to face with the enigmatic Nephilim, described in the Bible as giants who roamed the earth in ancient times. Their origins are shrouded in mystery, with various interpretations adding to their mystique. One theory suggests that the Nephilim were the offspring of fallen angels and human women, a concept that challenges traditional notions of angelic purity and raises questions about the very nature of these celestial beings. Another theory proposes that the Nephilim were merely descendants of Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, and that their extraordinary size and strength were the result of a particular bloodline. This interpretation offers a more grounded, genealogical explanation for their existence. The ambiguity surrounding the Nephilim's origins adds to their allure and allows for diverse interpretations. Whether they were angelic hybrids or simply a race of giants, their presence in biblical and extra-biblical texts speaks to our fascination with the extraordinary and the unknown. Historical parallels. The concept of giants is not unique to the Bible. Many cultures around the world have their own legends of giant beings who once roamed the earth. In Greek mythology, we have the Titans, powerful deities who preceded the Olympian gods. Norse mythology tells of the Jotun, or frost giants, who were in constant conflict with the gods of Asgard. In some Native American traditions, giants are believed to have built ancient structures like the Serpent Mound in Ohio and the Cahokia Mounds in Illinois. The prevalence of giant myths across cultures suggests a shared human fascination with beings of immense power and stature. Perhaps these stories reflect our own feelings of insignificance in the face of the vastness of the universe, or our desire to connect with a primordial past when the world was a wilder, more mysterious place. The Devil, an evolving image of evil. Our exploration now takes us to the realm of the infernal, where we encounter the devil, the embodiment of evil. Often depicted with horns, red skin, and a pitchfork, the devil's image has evolved over centuries, shaped by cultural influences and artistic interpretations. Interestingly, the Bible never provides a detailed physical description of the devil. His appearances are often subtle and symbolic, such as the serpent in the Garden of Eden or the fallen angel Lucifer in the Book of Isaiah. The devil's image has been shaped by a confluence of cultural and religious influences. Early Christian depictions drew inspiration from pagan deities like Pan, the Greek god of the wild, with his goat-like features. Over time, the devil's image became more grotesque and menacing, reflecting our evolving understanding of evil. Historical context. The horned and hoofed image of the devil likely has its roots in ancient pagan deities associated with fertility and the underworld. The association with goats, often seen as symbols of lust and untamed nature, further contributed to the devil's negative image. The devil has been given various names throughout history, including Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, and Mephistopheles. Each name carries its own connotations and reflects different aspects of his character. The devil's evolving image reflects our changing cultural values and anxieties. In the Middle Ages, he was often depicted as a tempter, luring people away from the path of righteousness. During the Renaissance, he became a symbol of rebellion and intellectual curiosity. In modern times, he has been portrayed as a figure of power and seduction, reflecting our fascination with the dark side of human nature. Leviathan and Behemoth, colossal creatures of land and sea. Our final encounter brings us face to face with two colossal creatures of biblical lore, Leviathan and Behemoth. Leviathan, a fearsome sea monster, is described as a serpentine dragon with impenetrable scales and the ability to breathe fire. Some interpretations suggest that it was so massive that it could encircle the entire Earth. Behemoth, a land-dwelling behemoth, is depicted as a creature of immense size and strength, with bones like bronze beams and a tail like a cedar tree. Often interpreted as a hippopotamus or an elephant, its exaggerated features emphasize its awe-inspiring nature. Leviathan and Behemoth represent the untamed forces of nature, the vastness of the oceans, and the power of the wild. They embody the awe and fear that humans have always felt towards the natural world. Connected legend, the Bakunawa. In Philippine mythology, we find a parallel to Leviathan in the form of Bakunawa, a serpentine dragon believed to cause eclipses by swallowing the moon. This creature, much like its biblical counterpart, represents the power of nature and the mysteries of the cosmos. The Bakunawa is a popular figure in Filipino folklore and is often depicted in traditional art and tattoos. Festivals and rituals are still held in some parts of the Philippines to appease the Bakunawa and prevent it from devouring the moon. The Bakunawa, like Leviathan, highlights humanity's fascination with the celestial bodies and our attempts to explain natural phenomena through storytelling. These myths remind us of our place within the grand scheme of the universe and the forces that shape our existence. As we conclude our journey into the realm of mythical creatures, I encourage you to reflect on the stories we've explored and the lessons they hold. These ancient narratives, passed down through generations, offer valuable insights into the human condition, our fears, our hopes, and our eternal quest for meaning. Myths and legends are not merely relics of the past. They are living narratives that continue to shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. By exploring these stories, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and diversity of human culture and the enduring power of the imagination. Your stories matter. Now, I'd love to hear from you, our listeners. Do you have a favorite myth or legend that has shaped your life? Have you ever had an encounter with the unexplained that left you wondering about the boundaries between reality and fantasy? We invite you to share your stories with us. Submit your tales to the podcast, and you might be featured in a future episode. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to help us continue creating content that explores the depths of human experience, please consider supporting our podcast financially. Check the links in the show notes to find out how you can contribute. Your support allows us to delve deeper into these fascinating topics and share them with the world. Listeners, as we bid farewell, remember that the creatures we've encountered today are more than just figments of the imagination. They are reflections of ourselves, our fears, our aspirations, and our attempts to grapple with the mysteries of existence. Keep exploring the world around you, keep questioning, and keep seeking the stories that connect us all. Until next time, may your journeys be filled with wonder and discovery. This has been Alex, signing off. Take care.